episode 3461, Build Your Life on Truth.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Christiane Wargo.
Happy day. Are you ready to raise the roof? Because yes, it's hump day. It's the middle of the week, and that means, well, you got to get your wellness on. You got to feel good, because if you don't feel good, you can't build your life on truth. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already even had the opportunity, you'll want to head on over to createyournow.com, where you can learn more and sign up for the Kisses newsletter, the Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, this episode is brought to you by AIM, Inspiring Connection and Community. Well, take a deep breath, because can you believe it? We have hit the midway point of, yes, the 7th month of 2024. Where is time going? Pretty soon, we're going to be talking about getting the Christmas trees out. Now, you know how much I love Christmas trees, and I love it. Bring it on. We can have good food, decorate for Christmas. Wonderful. And we are, kind of like Christmas in July, right? Why not have something like that? But in order for us to get to the end of the year and really bring in and ring in a new year, I think you got to stop and look at what you're doing in your life, because there's a lot of moving parts. I know for me, there's a ton of moving parts. If I just wrote down everything that I have going on right now, I'm traveling. I'm at a conference, an incredible conference, more to come on that. We are rebuilding our website from ground up so we can bring you to our home. We don't have to rely on social media. We can feel safe and secure. It's like opening up my front door and saying, come on in. The TV show is expanding. We are going to be expanding our connection with you with opportunities. Yes, the doors of AIM are opening. And on top of all of that, we're going to have some gatherings together where you don't have to travel. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars to be fed, to get your heart fed, to get your soul rejuvenated, mind, body, and spirit. That's what Create Your Now is all about, and really about walking in your everyday together. Because it's hard. It's hard to live out our everyday. It's great. We can do it for a moment. It's like, oh, I've got these great ideas. Oh, I can implement this. I mean, think about healthy living. How many times have you tried to make just a few tweaks? Just a few. Maybe it was to eat more vegetables or to have more red fruits versus green fruits. Maybe you're great on the greens. You throw them in a smoothie and it's fabulous. But your fruits, you're like, man, I need more of a rainbow of colors. That's what my grandma used to always tell me. She said, sweetheart, make sure your plate is a rainbow. Eat a rainbow every day. And I'm like, oh, if only. Well, it's important. But we also know how crazy it is, how chaotic our life is. If you've got kids, if you're married, if you only have fur babies, your life is chaotic, right? I mean, you still got to take them and get their hair cut. You may not be taking the baby to get their hair cut, but man, your little fur baby needs a trim, especially if they're like a golden doodle or a golden retriever, right? They have longer fur. You got to keep that trimmed up, or you have gnats. I mean, we could go into all these crazy things. It's called life. And then you top it off with, I got to live. I've got bills to pay. And those bills may be actually getting bigger and bigger instead of smaller and smaller because of where we are, at least in our country right now here in the USA. And maybe you're at the point of saying, I've got to make some changes. And I don't know what that looks like. But I know that if I want to create this lifestyle, this holistic living, I've got to be better than who I am today. And when it comes to healthy living, right, you must know what is truth and not just the lies that have become your truth. Be cautious about what you believe. Build your life on truth. And I want you to think about that for a minute. How are you building your life? Is it one that is just like, yeah, this is what happened, and yeah, this is kind of what I believe, and I just kind of go about it, and I have my responsibilities, and now I've just kind of stumbled into marriage, and I've stumbled into being a parent. I've stumbled now into helping with my parents because my parents are getting old now. I've stumbled into grandparent. And where are you on the spectrum? Maybe you're like, Christiane, I'm not even married, but I have a significant other. I want to be married, but man, there's just a lot happening right now. Maybe you're building your career right now. Maybe you are experiencing this whole thing of, I want to make a mark on the world. And so you are building from the ground up. You're building your own business. All of it is fabulous. But you put it all together, And you put it in the mixing bowl, and what do you have? Chaos, things flying everywhere. And sometimes we take all of this chaotic lifestyle living here, and it becomes just kind of this whirlwind, and we don't know the tenors from the altos, from the sopranos. And we begin to not understand the real truth. We can't see what we can't see. And so sometimes that truth becomes a little fuzzy on the outside. And things begin to happen to us, and things don't work out right, and we're disappointed, and we fail more than we succeed. And the next thing you know, we're really building our life on lies that we have adopted as truth. Because in a world where misinformation and deception exist, building a life on truth has become paramount for holistic well-being. And when you begin to build a life founded on truth, it becomes in the cornerstone of crafting an exceptional and extraordinary existence. My friend, you matter. But you can't matter if you're 6 feet under. Now, you still can, but you won't be a living legacy, right? Now, I know that sounds weird. I'm not going to get morbid here on the hump day. But you got to understand, when we as individuals commit to living authentically and aligning our actions with our inner truths, profound transformations occur, both on a personal level, a professional level, an interpersonal level. It all comes together, right? Because no, you cannot compartmentalize, right? It's about creating your now, not creating your what. Oh, wait, just this little box over here called my career. Oh, wait, just this little box over here called my marriage. Oh, this little box over here called my kids. When you go to work, you're still married and you still have kids. Sorry, you do. You don't leave them out of the picture. They have influence on what you do. And so we have to understand where and what it looks like when we're trying to build our life on truth. I mean, imagine this. What would happen for you if you embrace truth, real truth? Well, I could see a few things. One being living a life based on truth breeds a deep sense of fulfillment and inner peace. It's this inner calmness. That doesn't mean it's calm around you. I mean, right now, what I have going on right now, yeah. You would be like, Christiane, I don't know how you're not in a room with 4 padded walls. Yep. Seriously. I have that much going on right now. That is my real world that I live in. But guess what? I still have this inner peace. Why? Because I know it's going to work out. I've just got to take the next step, the next step, the next step, because one step at a time leads to miles of greatness. And when we begin to understand that we're no longer bound by deceit or pretense, then we can experience a profound sense of alignment with our values and beliefs. And this congruence between inner convictions and external actions then cultivates this lasting sense of, yes, finally, harmony. Harmony with myself. Me, myself, and I. Not from an egotistical point of view, okay? I'm not talking about that. You know my beliefs, okay? But I am talking about, okay, your earthly perspective. And that's important because your feelings, your emotions, they're real and they're raw. And sometimes those emotions and feelings dictate what we think are truths, but can actually be our lies. Hang in here. We're on for a ride. Another thing is authenticity. Did you know authenticity is magnetic? And by embodying the truth in all aspects of life, you naturally attract genuine connections with others who value and respect who you are as a person, your real self, their real self. Authentic relationships build trust. Do we have that today? Think about it. Think about your relationships right now. Who would you say that you could name off the top of your tongue? Top 5. Who are they right now? Tell me. Okay, you don't have to tell me, but say it out loud, or at least in your mind. A lot of people can't do that. And the sad part is some people even have a hard time saying their spouse's name. Seriously. That's the predicament that they were in. But if we have this authentic relationship, we build trust, we have transparency, and we can truly foster this deep emotional connection and mutual support, creating this rich tapestry of meaningful interactions that enrich life experiences. It's the thread of presence. But you can't have that thread of presence throughout your life unless if you're authentic. Because guess what? It unravels. It doesn't exist. Now, imagine this. What would happen if you embrace truth, real truth, and by doing so, it would actually equip you with a resilient mindset and a sense of empowerment. Like, oh, yes, I can do this. Yes, I've fallen off, but I can get back up. And so when you have those challenges, the crap, the CRAP of life, challenges, rejections, adversities, and problems, when you have built your life on truth, then you can draw upon your inner strength. And that integrity goes a long way, and it's going to help you navigate difficult decisions with grace and courage. This commitment to truth instills this sense of, yeah, you got that confidence torch and it's lit brightly. And that then propels you to overcome obstacles and pursue your aspirations fearlessly. Because you see, we fear the unknown, but you don't have fear if you're carrying your confidence torch. Yeah, you may fall. Who cares? You just get back up again. Whoop, this experiment didn't work. Well, let's try this. And then what if you were to build a life on truth? What do you think would happen to your personal growth and how you would grow individually, like the evolution of who you are? Well, when you confront uncomfortable truths, acknowledging vulnerabilities and embracing authenticity, guess what? You're on a transformative journey of self-discovery, of saying, wow, this really can happen. Now, that doesn't mean you got all the answers, my friend. No, that doesn't mean your 50 pounds just melts away. Oh, how I wish. But what it does mean, it's like, you know what? Yeah, I can make this happen in a manner that serves me well. Not that puts me up on a pedestal, but actually serves me well and the ones I love well. And this continuous process of growth leads to what? A deeper understanding of who you are, fostering that resilience, adaptability, right? We've got to have that flexibility in life because life happens. And if you're not ready, better be stretching those muscles, that flexibility muscle. Then you also have a greater capacity for compassion and empathy towards others. And then I want you to think about this one. Living a life grounded in truth leaves a lasting legacy and impact on the world that you touch, which means what? You become a living legacy. You don't have to be 6 feet under to have impact. Did you hear me? Who wants to have impact on the people that you love most? Yeah, you got to know and build your life on truth. It's not about going, I got to make this all look good so I can feel good. And so, well, we can just kind of do this little white lie and that'll be okay. No, it won't. When you prioritize honesty, integrity, and authenticity, it's going to inspire others through their own words and actions, leaving this positive imprint on their communities and future generations, meaning the impact that you have on the world that you touch is greater than what you can see now. Remember, one step at a time leads to miles of greatness. That's the journey you're on. And by embodying your values and truths, you create this ripple effect of authenticity and empowerment that transcends personal boundaries, and it truly influences positive change in the world. In essence, building a life on truth is not merely a personal choice, but a transformative journey toward an extraordinary life. So what are you waiting for? Are you ready to lead a purpose-driven life? Are you ready to cultivate authentic relationships and have this living legacy that echoes the profound impact of, yes, living with integrity and authenticity? Because from the food we eat to the thoughts we entertain, separating fact from fiction can enlighten your transformative journey. That is your Kiss to Keep It Simple strategy. Separate fact from fiction. And most of the time we get them confused. We like to believe our fiction is our truth. Why? Because it usually happens more often, or at least in our mind it does. We portray whatever it is in our mind and we conjure this stuff up and we change our memories just enough that we lose the facts and we lean into the fiction. So therefore, we're actually leading more of a lie than we are a truthful life. So building a life on truth is not merely a personal choice, but it is a journey to an extraordinary life. So why not embrace truth in all forms. Empowering yourself to lead a purpose-driven life. Saying, yes, I'm ready to cultivate authentic relationships. I want more than just, well, I just kind of want more. I'm being that living legacy. In order to do that, you got to get your story straight. You do. Stop thinking that all you need to do is listen to yourself. What if you were to talk to yourself with love and compassion, sprinkled with some grit and grace? That is a recipe for authenticity and building your life on truth. So what does it really look like in real life? Because it sounds all great, right? Oh gosh, yes, Christiane. I mean, yeah, I want to, walk the talk, and I want to do it with love and compassion sprinkled with grit and grace. But where are you when I'm down on the ground and I'm just like kind of fumbling around and I really don't know how I'm going to get back up? I don't know how I'm going to crawl out of this pit. I don't know how I'm going to get out of this corner so I can go to another corner and fight there too. Well, number one, you got to know who you see. Who's that reflection that you see in the mirror? You got to be aware. The first step towards building a life on truth is to develop self-awareness. And by taking that time to have that introspection, right, that reflection, seeing who you really are right now, and understanding your beliefs and actions and their underlying motivations, right? Where you are and saying, gosh, why do I do what I do? You can start discerning between what is true and what is merely self-imposed or maybe even society's impressions on you. It's that conditioning. You shouldn't be conditioned. Think about where you get your beliefs from. Think about how you see who you are in the mirror. Marianne Williamson says this: in every community, there is work to be done. In every nation, there are wounds to heal. In every heart, there is power to do it. You've got what it takes to know who you see, but you've got to be willing to look in the mirror and see who you see. Number two, know what you see. Question everything. Unravel the layers of falsehoods that cover and cloak your reality, right? You've got to be willing to question everything. Whether it's the information you consume, like social media. Come on, it's great. You've got things coming in there for your mindset. You got stuff coming in there. So lose 10 pounds in 7 days. Really? Are you not eating? Are you even not drinking? I mean, you just got to weather up. That's not a good idea. I'm just saying. So watch where you're getting your information. What relationships are you maintaining? Do you need to say, hi, I'm good friends with them, but you know what? For this season, I don't need to spend as much time with them. Right? We've got friends who come for a reason for the season, but they don't need to be in our life all seasons. Okay? You know the all-weather tires? Yeah. There aren't very many friends and family members who need to be those all-weather tires. Think about that. So you also have to think about, okay, how do I think? Do I have a curious mind as to what I'm looking for and what do I actually see? Is it more so fiction that I'm turning into fact, or is it fact because it is fact, right? We've got to understand and have that curious mind to discern truth from illusion. Socrates said, the only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. Meaning we always have something more to learn, especially within ourselves. Know who you see, know what you see, and number 3, know who you want to become, who you want to really see. Embrace authenticity. Wrap your arms around it. This is the opportunity where you can create a solid foundation truly rooted in sincerity and integrity by being what? First, true to yourself, honoring your values, your ethics, and your morals, and aligning with your innermost convictions. Authenticity, my friend, is a cornerstone of life built on truth. So I know you're probably thinking, what does this have anything to do with me dropping 10 pounds? Listen here. And if this is the only thing you take away from this, lean in for a moment. The weight that you carry is more in the mind than on the scale. When you begin to wrap your head around that, you'll understand what I'm talking about here. When you begin to shed stuff that you just have believed to be true because you were told since you were 5 years old, you were told since you were in 9th grade, you were told since you were in college, whatever it may be. Maybe you were told in this awesome life called your career. And it really ultimately was a lie. Because guess what? People have problems too. It's not just you. And a lot of times, their reflection on what they're doing with other things is more a reflection of themselves than of you. And so I would really challenge you. Look at yourself honestly. Allow those walls to come down. And maybe if you're like, Christiane, I need some coaching. Yeah, I know. We all do. I believe in a coach for everybody. I do. I believe in counseling for everybody. We all need it. And when you begin to learn how to shed the fiction and understand where the fact is, then you can handle what it means to build your life on truth. So as you continue, my friend, to embark on this quest, it's a discovery. Really to uncover your truths and build your life upon them. Remember that the journey may be challenging. It's going to be. You're going to have highs and lows, ups and downs all around, but the rewards of living authentically far surpass the comfort of illusions, the lies you've embraced over your lifetime so far. So get ready. It's time to embrace the discomfort of growth. It's time to shed those layers of deceit and emerge as the architect of your reality, built on the solid foundation of truth and authenticity. Build your life on truth, my friend, because that is where your greatness lies. Go in peace, be present, be incredible, be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed day. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.